Welcome back, everybody, to Medieval Dynasty. I'm the Bearded OG, and in this episode, we are going to go out and get ourselves 3 more fellas. You guys left me a really good comment, and in the comment, you basically said that it's just kind of the way the game works. You know, there's not as many men as women with, you know, the higher, you know, level 3 skills. And, but more importantly than that, you said that I might as well just hire, you know, some of the men with the level 2 skills to do what I need, because they're all ultimately going to end up at level 10 anyways. And I got to think, you know, that's actually a very good advice, and it's going to save me time from, you know, trying to hold out for, you know, the better dudes. I mean, you know, we could roll into summer. I could go around the entire map and still, you know, not find really anything better. So what we're going to do then is we're going to go see if we can find 3 guys that are at least level 2 that we can then hire. And I want to put them in, well, I want to put 2 of them here in the blacksmith. This is maxed out. 2 of them here in the smithy, and then probably 1 in this. We have a stall right now, the one that's selling the knives, that doesn't have anybody assigned. Now, normally I have, oh boy, I think I have Nagislava assigned to that, because yes, she's level 5 in both farming and in diplomacy, but she's also our star farmer too. So I'll probably just keep her on farming permanently. And the reason I'm after 3 specifically is because we have 3 more openings in our current housing before we have to start, you know, making more housing. Okay, so I'm just doing some smelting here. I'm going to try and, you know, I need to get myself to 5,000 in production so that we can get the really good iron level recipes. And so what I'm going to do is, here, let's move that. Oh, wait a second. Oh, what did I just do? Bring that back. Did I... Oh, okay. I was going to say, how did I put 39 more iron bars in there? I didn't. I got a little corn fuzzled there for a second. Okay, put the iron bars in there. All right, so let's take a look at where we currently are with production technology. We are at 3,500. And I think I need to get to 5,000 for the iron recipes. Let's actually take a look, because it's kind of weird. It seems like the iron weapons open up before the iron tools do, and it's really kind of the tool. I mean, I want all of them, right? But it's really kind of the tools that I'm interested in. So if we go to iron weapons, I've already done actually the kite shield and the pick, as you can see here. It's kind of weird that the pick is in weapons, but it is. So I have an iron kite shield, and I can make iron picks. But if we go to tools, and we go to iron tools, see, all of these are locked, but they all unlock at 5,000 technology. So, and I want to get, you know, I want to get into the iron tools, both for selling and also for, you know, just for our own use. So what we could try and do is, if we go back to, let's take a look. I was actually looking at armor. I think I can learn all of the iron armor. Probably not the elite stuff. Well, we can actually unlock the elite stuff too once we get to 5,000. But if we go to iron armor, see, I can unlock all of these, and we have plenty of money to do that. So let's go ahead and buy the schematic for all of these. And then what I'll do is I'll make linen fabric. No, we do have linen fabric. It's just not, it's in the sewing hut. It's not in an accessible. So if we craft 1 each of these for ourselves, I wonder if that would be enough to get us to 5,000. Let's try it. Okay, so we're going to craft an iron helmet. Okay, we'll craft the iron bracers. Sorry about the darkness, but it's dark out right at the moment. Can I have my torch out while I'm doing this? So we can all see, including me? Okay, yeah, iron armor, and then let's do the greaves. Well, see, he just put the torch away. So I guess it didn't matter. Okay, and then we also... Okay, and then we need 1 linen fabric and 1 linen fabric. Alright, so let's go into here. And I suppose... Yeah, let's just put this so it's available for everything. We almost doubled our flax production, or maybe we did even. So we're gonna have a lot more linen, you know, when the time comes, which will be summertime. Okay, so let's go back to armor sets. Iron armor. We'll make the main armor, or the chest piece, I guess, body piece. And then we'll make the legs. All right, how close did that get us? That got us to 4454. Okay, but here's the thing. Your villagers also, you know, their efforts also go towards technology. So it's not just the player. Unlike skills, I have to do everything. This is how I understand it anyways. I have to do all the work myself to get the skills, but the technology happens from both my efforts and from the villagers' efforts. So, that being the case, the one thing that I really wish that I could make right now is the iron axe, but I can't because it is gated behind 5,000 technology. And then I want to make... I think we're going to make the iron knives for selling. You know, for the same reason that we currently make the bronze knives for selling. Because, okay, wait a minute. That has a 440 price. What's the bronze knife? That is a 300 price. It only takes 1 bronze bar and 1 stick. Whereas the knives... Bronze, iron, weapons... Oh, sorry. We want tools. It's weird. They have picks in weapons and they have knives in tools. I mean, a knife is definitely a tool, too, so... But pick? I mean, you can use it as a weapon, but it's not really considered a weapon. So that's another 140 gold, but it requires 2 iron bars. I don't know. I don't know if that's more economical or not. I still think, you know, the bronze knives are one of the best things you can make for selling. You know, in terms of metalwork, anyway. All right, well, then let's do this. Let's go to bronze tools. For whatever reason, well, I know why I haven't unlocked this. I haven't unlocked it because I found plenty of iron axes, but you know, we need to start making these for our peeps, not just for us. So we're going to go ahead and buy this schematic here because it's going to play into how I set up the automation basically for the smithy here. All right, so we now have a full set of iron armor. Oh shoot, I forgot I already had some iron greaves that I had looted. Yeah, these are really valuable. So I'll I'll just sell all the bronze stuff and probably sell the cheaper greaves, and then we'll have the new ones. Right. Okay. So that gets us in really good armor. And then later on, of course, we can also make the elite armor when the time comes. So what we're going to do to set up the smithy is we're going to go into management in here, and we're going to go to the smithy. Okay, so let's go into edit assignments. We obviously want smelting to be on the list. And then I'm not exactly sure the best way to do this. Bronze knives are currently what we're making for selling purposes. And, you know, that could change. You could add more to it or do something different. But I also want them to start making the tools that everybody needs as well. But I don't want them to overmake the tools. So we're going to need bronze axes for now until we can move to iron. We're going to want bronze hose. Yeah, I think we want to go with bronze just because, you know, it's going to be more durable. What that does mean, though, I think, is that we'll probably start having a surplus of copper, which I suppose we could just sell in a stall. Okay, so we need size for harvesting. We need shovels for extraction. We need fishing spears, especially when we start doing our, you know, expanding our fishing industry, which I do plan on doing. And then iron picks for mining. I'm not going to have them make armor because I'm the only one that actually uses armor. So that wouldn't really make sense for them to make it unless we were going to sell it, of course, which we might do again in the future. And there's so many things you can make in here. Crazy. Okay, so let's accept those assignments. Now the ratios on this here again, I'm not really sure, so it's going to have to be kind of trial and error, and you guys can of course leave me any comments on suggestions too, based upon your own experience and whatnot. But I think what we'll do is we'll set all the smelting to 10%. And, you know, I guess that'll be enough. I don't know. We'll just have to kind of see how it goes. And then let's set most of the tools. Well, here, let's hold off on the bronze knives. Let's set most of the tools to 5%. To start with, and then if I notice that we start getting them, you know, a surplus of, let's say, scythes, but we're always running out of hose or axes, you know, then I can adjust it. So I'm just going to start with 5%. Because fishing spears are made 2 at a time, we're going to go 3% there. And because picks tend to run out faster than anything else, with maybe the exception of axes, let's bump that up a little higher, and we will have them make iron picks. So again, we'll just start with this, and then, you know, I'll adjust as necessary. Okay, so that leaves us basically 29% left, which we will then have them use. And I'm going to, you know, I'm going to assign 2 people to this to make the knives for selling purposes. And then some of those knives, of course, will also be used by the hunters too. Very good. Okay, so let's confirm intensity, and that takes care of the assignments for the smithy. Now, the other thing we can and may need to do at some point is build another smithy and have one smithy that's just dedicated to smelting, and then the other one dedicated to making, you know, the tools and weapons and whatnot. So we'll adjust this as we go. Okay, so that takes care of that. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around, and I'm just going to do this at night because it doesn't matter. I'm going to go around and to all of the towns once again and find 3 guys that have at least level 2 skills in production and 1 guy that has at least a level 2 skill in diplomacy. Right. It took me a second to remember. For the extra stall, so we can fill those holes, and then that will max out our houses. And then once that's done, I need to sell off this armor too, this extra bronze armor. But I can't do that at night because, well, maybe I should just sleep. Yeah, why don't we just sleep so that way I can actually sell this armor. So let's just go into the next day. And anyway, that'll fill all of our houses, our current houses, and then whatever, you know, holes we still need to fill after that, we'll have to, you know, build new houses, and then we can, you know, look for, you know, for more people for that. Okay, so that's the plan there. Let's get a drink of water. And for food, let's have some scrambled eggs with mushroom. Yum. And then maybe a flatbread. There. That gets our breakfast going. Okay, guys, so yeah, I'm just going to ride around to each of the towns. I might even take the, you know, the transport system. We can afford it now, just to save a little bit of time. And then when I'm finished with all of that, then the plan for the rest of this episode is to get some cows going. Well, shit. Okay, hold on. We can't get cows until we have a cow shed. Alright. It makes sense for me to build the cow shed first before we take off, because otherwise I'm going to have to come back, build a shed, and then leave again. So, change of plans. As I mentioned in the last episode, the cows are pretty much going to have a big pasture all the way along here, pretty much out to the road. What I don't know is how many cows a single cow barn shed was it actually called? Buildings, animal husbandry, cow shed. Okay. It's pretty good size. And is it also just one entrance? Yes, it is. Okay. So we're going to do kind of the same thing that we did then with the fold, where we're going to hold it back a bit. Oh, you know what, though? The train's going to be kind of a pain in the butt with that, isn't it? Maybe we should do the cow sheds facing this direction. Yeah, I think we will. All right, so let's see here. To maximize our space, I think I will bring the fence out to the edge of the... Well, to this edge here, because that's kind of been our border. So let's do this. Let's do the usual, where we'll set up a temporary field, just so we have something to line up on. Okay. All right, now we'll go here and cow shed. What I want to do is... it's not going to work very well because this fence is going to be in the way. I want to line this up on that corner of that building as best as I can, and make sure we're facing due east. So it's going to be right about there-ish. And then let's just back up and jump backwards over the fence. See how talented Rasimir is? That does bring it out into that field a little bit, though, doesn't it? And that's as far that way as it'll go. Okay, now let's push it back till it's butted up against the fence. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll have the cow shed here. And we'll start the corral, or the fence, here, and have it go all the way out to the road, and then wrap around, and then come back around this way, so they have a nice pasture to graze in. And we'll probably... Yeah, we'll probably, you know, bring it so that it lines up with this fence here. But we don't have to have the fence in place to get the cows. We just have to have the building. Okay, so let me get this built, and then once we get it built, we can see how many cows we can put in one, and then that will kind of determine how many we get. Of course, now that I think about that, though, I don't. As I remember, we have to get them in. Oh, there's a new card over here. No, we've already looted that. We have to get them in Gostovia, so I don't think there was more than like maybe 3 adult cows and a couple calves. If that's the case, then we're just going to get all of them, right? But anyway, let me get this built, and then I'll bring you back, and we'll go from there. All right, guys, the cow shed is finished. So we're going to have to get some feed in it. Let's take a look at the building itself. Animal husbandry. We need to name this LT for Lake Town, because who knows, maybe in the future we'll build a new village somewhere else. So we need to know that this is the Lake Town version of these buildings. And I guess I forgot to do that for the stable too. All right, good. So, cow shed. If we go here, we can, oh my goodness, that's a lot of cows. 1, 2, or 8. Yeah, we can do 8. Okay, we'll start with that, and then perhaps we will expand in the future. Okay, so why don't we go get the cows first, and then I'll build the fence around it later. But basically, all right, since we're just going to go with 1 cow shed for now, I'll probably build the fence out to... Yeah, I'll probably just build it out to the end of here, so it's even with that. And then we'll go out to about here-ish, and then line it up with that fence there. And that's, I mean, I don't know. That's probably actually not enough for 8 cows in real life, but this isn't real life, it's a game. Yeah, maybe I'll bring the fence out to the end of this shed. Not that even that matters so much, because, you know, I'm planning on putting more stalls pretty much all the way down there eventually. That is the plan anyway. But I'll figure that out later. Right now, what we got to do is we got to go get... Right. We got to go get 3 more gentlemen and cows. So we're going to actually... Let's start at Gostovia, because that's where we got to get the cows. And then we'll just kind of make the rounds from there. So we're going to cut through here. I'm slowly making progress on getting all the houses upgraded with limestone, so we haven't done that one yet, and we started this one, but it's not completely done. So we still have about 5 more houses to do, in addition to what's still left on that other one. All right, so we'll just kind of cut through the woods here. As you can see, I've been doing some lumberjacking in these woods, but not, you know, pulling the stumps up, so it can all come back up later. And we also, you know what, I'm actually going to cut across this way. I think there might be a wolf pack up here. But this horse, you know, with both the skills that I have and the iron horseshoes, he can run for a very long time at a gallop before he runs out of steam. So he's a good horse. What was I saying? We were talking about the cows and the limestone. Yeah, okay, so still working on that. I've got both of my extraction sheds working 100% on limestone until we get all the homes insulated. Then once we're done with that, then I'll set them back to gathering some other things too. Like, I'm completely out of straw. I had to go pick my own reeds along the lake to finish that building. So we are going to need to get some more of that going. Let's come back through here. And we are going to buy... Whoop, excuse me.
Let's go.
Every cow that we can. Or up to 8 anyway. If they have more than 8, then I'll build another cow barn right now, but I don't think they do.
I like when it's thankful.
Got to make room for geese too. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3 adult cows and 2 calves, it looks like.
People often ask me how it is to live here. Good, bad.
All right, let's buy this one.
I believe it's not a matter of good or
This
bad.
is a bull. Definitely want a bull.
If I were to say what I value
And
the
this is
most
also a cow.
in life, I would say
And we might as well get the calves, because why not? Okay, there we go. Do we need to buy anything
Hi,
from you?
Can I interest you in some of my wares?
No, I don't think we do. Okay.
Have a good day.
You too. I should have fed, or not fed, how much did geese cost? Oh, that's nothing. I should have put the animal feed in before we left, but that's okay. They just won't start producing anything until we get feed going with them. Alright, let's go see if we can find 3 more fellas that have at least 2 points. We need 2 for the smithy and 1 for the stall.
Let's go.
Alright, we got 1 dude there. Okay, we could hire him for the stall. But man, that's all he'll ever do for us.
Hypnotizing about the fire.
Because he's really shitty and everything else. Alright, you know what? Let's remember he's here. I want to look around a little bit more than that because, I mean, he's terrible in everything else. Well, he's actually kind of terrible in what's it called? Diplomacy. My brain always has a little bit of a problem calling that diplomacy because it really should be like bartering or, you know, vendor or merchant or something. 'Cause that's the only thing it's for, right? For them to sell stuff. They don't actually do any other kind of diplomacy from as far as I know, so it's just is a weird thing to name. I mean, yes, you have to have diplomacy to bargain, I suppose. We just have women here. Oh, wait, are you a... No, you're not a for hire dude. All right, let's go to Baronica next. All right, we have no males here. I know we did this in the last episode, but that's been actually a few days for me in real life, and I don't remember who was where. And I wasn't even really, you know, taking any note of the men once I noticed none of them had level 3 anyway, so. Only females here in Branica too. Okay, let's move on to... what's the next place called? Tutki. Go check out Tutki. Okay,
My grandpa used to say,
you...
when nothing hurts you, you're dead.
Okay, you're level 2 in production and level 3 in survival. Are you a for hire guy? Huh. So we could put him in the smithy. And if we needed him, well, he's level 2 in farming
Hail
too.
to the king!
But if we needed him for survival, we could also move him to there. So let's take this guy.
How can I help you?
Travelers of this realm are drawn to the bonfires.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is assign him to this house here and assign him to the smithy. Okay, there we go. All right,
Myself included.
let's move on to Rolnica next, and then from there we'll go to Denica, and if we don't find anybody there, we'll go to Lesnica, and then if we don't find anybody there, we'll go to the southern towns. We have no men here. Okay. Let's go to Denica next. Alright, we have two fellas here. Okay, you have level 2 in several things, including production. What do you have?
I need some water.
Oh, you've got level 3 in
I
diplomacy.
had a dream in which we all had green diamonds
And
above
in
us
hunting.
and we were talking gibberish.
Okay, this is going to be our new stall guy. I'm glad I didn't take that other one. Okay. Imislav. Cool, so we found a level 3 for the stall. That's good. That's really good. So, let's see, he's right here. We'll assign him to this house. And we'll assign him to our tool stall, which currently has nobody assigned. Beautiful. And then we might as well take you,
How is life treating you?
and we'll put you as in the other smithy spot. Okay. You're right here. And that's our final house. Now all of our houses are filled with one man, one woman. And we're going to need to rotate them fairly soon, I think, too. Okay, what are we doing? We're assigning you to the smithy. Okay. It's done. All right, now, if we look at our buildings now, the well doesn't really matter so much. I'm not too worried about that. All these buildings are completely full. Fishing hut's full. The hunting lodge is full. All my farmers are currently working in the field. And I don't know, I mean, do you ever really get to a point in this game where you can assign somebody to the barn full-time for something other than fertilizer? I don't know. Because what we're going to need to do is we're going to need... I mean, we don't even really need anybody to make fertilizer. I can do that. Just have them gather the manure, and then I can just go make the fertilizer easily. But thing is we have 7 animal buildings, except for the donkey building doesn't need anybody. The rest of them, and the stable doesn't either. Okay, so that means we have 5 buildings, but we only have 4 farmers. So, and if we get the goose place, then we're going to need 2 more people, so we can assign 1 to each of the animal places that need tending, right? Right. Okay, so that means we need 2 more people to handle that, and that also means we're going to need to build another house then. I'm not... Yeah, we're probably eventually going to need someone in the sewing hut, you know, once we have a steady supply of wool coming in. But not necessarily immediately. Kitchen's good, smithy's good, workshop's good. The tool stalls are good. Okay, so we really only need 2 more people, but we can't bring anybody else in until we build another house, so we'll have to do that. Okay, what exactly are the issues here? I think that just attached to the person, and then that should disappear in a couple of moments. Rasimer's thirsty too, by the way. Just have him drink the whole thing, and then we'll fill it up when we get back home. He's actually hungry too. Okay, let's have some flatbread. Okay, so what did I say? We needed 2 more people for now, and soon another one for the sewing hut. Yeah, that thing went away. What else? Oh, right. I was going to look and see what the issues actually are here. This isn't a problem because there's just nothing for pottage. In fact, we could even just turn this off for now. And let's bump these both up to 15. No, let's bump them up to 20. And this up to 60. Because we're selling this. Okay. Confirm intensity. I'll take care of that issue. And then the smithy. Okay, what's wrong with the smithy? Well, okay, this isn't really a problem because I did all the smelting at the beginning of this episode. Oh, that's a problem. But that won't be a problem this summer. So I think I'm just going to leave that alone. I don't want to turn it off because then I might forget to turn it back on. But they got plenty of, of other things they can be doing. So I don't really see that as a big deal at this point. Okay, cool. So I guess that means we need to build another house because I want to get all of each one of our work slots. I want to get them completely taken care of. And I also need to get the fence built too around the cows. So that's the next thing on the agenda. And let's also see how our field workers are doing. If they're getting close to being done, I might switch them all back to the animals and then I'll finish the fields myself. But let's just take a look and see what's left to do. Okay, so this field's done because I finished it myself. It looks like this field's done. Looks like this field's done. There's a couple more rows of seeding that needs to take place there. I know this field's done. This one looks good. And this is our flax field. Yeah, they're almost done. They're damn near done. So we're gonna put them back on the animals. Also, I want to show you something. I was wondering what to do about this little strip right here. See, we got this strip here. And what I'm going to try, and I don't know if this is going to be enough, but I put orchard plots in there, and I think we're going to try and grow hops in these slots here. There's 5 slots in total, and I just so happen to have 5 hop seedlings right there. And you know, because we will make beer and all that stuff later on. And in the meantime, you know, we could probably just either keep or sell the plants until we get to that point, because we need the tavern to do that. And if it turns out that we need more than that, once we do get beer production going, you know, then we'll figure out something else. But I think for now, we'll go ahead and put hops in this area here. So yeah, they're pretty much done with field work for the most part. Like I said, I'll finish the rest of it. So why don't we go back to here and go to here and sort this so we can see our farmers. Okay, so let's take Nagaslava. And we're going to assign her to... let's assign her to the fold so she can work on wool. Okay. And let's take and assign Dobragast. We'll put him on the cowshed, so he can start getting milk. And we need to, do we need to assign that? I don't know. We'll take a look at that in a second. Okay. We'll put Dalemere on I guess, the hen house. And we'll put Naslava on the pigsty. So she gets to shovel shit. I'm sure she's very happy about that. But somebody's got to do it. And I do it too. So I don't ask them to do stuff I don't do myself. So we still need, then once again, we still need someone for the second pigsty and for the geese once we get the geese in. Right? I think that was it, right? And I think we got everybody assigned. And I'll take care of barn work. I'll do fertilizer, I'll thresh the grain and do all that stuff. At least for now. If we get to a point in the future where that becomes a much more substantial job, then I'll have to assign somebody to it, but I think I can handle it for now. Okay, we're making good progress.
Onward.
Onward. Up. Up. Oh my god, that is so funny. Sorry. Oh. Are you okay, Haas? Oh boy. Never a dull moment, right? Okay, so let's see. I get a fence done. Oh, right. We were going to look at the cow shed. I don't think you don't normally have to do anything with the sheds. So I think whoever we assign to, it's just going to automatically get the milk. Well, we already assigned Daubergast, I think. So we just need to make sure we have plenty of buckets, which I am making buckets. It's just a matter of are we making enough. Do we have any buckets in here right now? Really? We don't have any buckets in here? None at all? What the hell? That's surprising. Okay. I mean, I did take our buckets and make, turn them into water. Why is that in there? Oh, it's got one more charge of water left, that's why. But I thought we would have more than that. Okay, I'm going to have to make... Here, let's take a look at the production assignment. I think that's my fault, because I took every bucket we had and made water because I wasn't sure, at that moment anyways, I wasn't thinking we were going to get cows so quickly. So, if we go to production and we go to our workshop, yeah, I mean, half of their effort is going towards making buckets. Okay, and then one of our woodsheds is doing full logs, and the other one's doing 50% planks here. Okay, so how many planks do we currently have? I'm just going to make a big batch of buckets to kind of kickstart all of this. We should have a decent amount of planks by now. Yeah, oh shit, we have 521. Okay. Yeah, that's plenty. So where do I do that? Oh, we do that in the workshop. I'm just going to make a big batch of buckets, like I said, myself. And, here's the thing. A couple things to keep in mind, actually. I'm still new, right, to the game. I mean, this is the first time I've ever played it. This is as far along as I've ever gotten in it. So what's kind of in my head is we get everything built up. We kind of get to a point where we, we kind of slow down or stop the growth. And then we spend time just trying to normalize everything. Pay attention, tweak things here and there until everything's running like a well-oiled machine. And then, sometime not too long after that, then we start growing again and, kind of wash, rinse, and repeat. So that's kind of what's in my head for how to handle this. Because, this is, among other things, this is very much a a city simulator too. I mean, it's a city management simulation kind of thing. Very much so, which is very cool. So, you know, I just need to figure that stuff out, basically. Okay, so anyway, that being said, why don't we let's make 50 buckets. And that should kickstart our milk production. Okay, that's a little bit much for me to be carrying, isn't it? So let's see. Buckets, buckets, buckets. Okay. Let's drop enough of these until I can walk. And then I'll come and pick the rest of those up. We need to go this way. So I'm kind of looking forward to that part of the game, you know, too, to really just let things run, keep an eye on stuff, and figure out where we need to adjust until we fine-tune it and it's running efficiently, right? I'm looking forward to that. But because I'm new, you know, my first time with all this, I'm still, you know, trying to just figure this out as I go along. And that's part of the fun too, you know? For sure. I need to put that straw in there too. That's the straw I picked. What am we're looking for? Buckets. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Now we're gonna have milk coming in. So, oh wait, I'm in the wrong building. We're gonna go. We need to go into the kitchen. So if we look in here and we go to porridges, soups, other, we're gonna want to unlock quark because quark is then needed for cheese. Cheese needs a bucket of milk. Quark needs a bucket of soured milk. Wait. Yeah. Cheese needs a quark and a bucket of milk. How do you... Well, here, let's unlock these. We got to do it, right? Okay, so those are all unlocked. In fact, everything... meat with gravy. Yeah, this is all the other categories. So everything's unlocked here now. In fact... Oh, right, okay. And then... porridge with apple. See, the reason I'm not making porridges is because, at least for now, I'm using every bit of my oats for animal feed. We did unlock the gruel. So yeah, we'll hold off on that. And as far as the soups go, we'll be able to make this kind of soup. So let's just buy it now. We'll be able to make this soup. Oh, that's everything. Okay, so... No, except for this. Okay, vegetable soup. Nice. So everything is now unlocked. Or purchased, I guess I should say. And then if we look over here... Yeah, we haven't really done much with the breads yet. Some of these require quite a few ingredients, but I'll bet multi-grain bread is like really, really good. For you, like it would be in real life. Wheat bread, rye bread. See that all needs milk, or sorry, water. Eggs. That's what I'm trying to think. So we need eggs for stuff over here too. Okay, well, I'll look at all that later. I would imagine we will eventually unlock every single thing in this game, and you know, every schematic. But sour milk. How do we do that? Let's go to here. And we go to... Do we just let it spoil? Consumable. Bucket of soured milk. A type of beverage created from a bucket of milk. Created from bucket of milk over season. I think what they... Again, their grammar's a little bit off. I think what they mean is let the bucket sit for a season so it sours. I think that's what that means. Okay. But we're going to need to do that first before we can make quark. because we need quark before we can make cheese. And cheese is kind of the big thing, you know, the big milk product we'll make for both to eat and to sell. Okay. We are making progress, ladies and gents. I'm making progress. So here's the deal. I am going to finish this field over here. Let's fill up our water skin. I'm going to build another house. I'm going to hire 2 more people, one for the pig shed, one for the geese, and I need to figure out where I'm going to put the geese. I mean, if we can put 8 cows in here... Oh, right, I got to get them some food, too. If this thing will hold a total of 8 cows, is that going to be enough? I mean, will they produce enough milk for us to do all of our stuff? I'm guessing probably early on, absolutely, but in the long run, maybe not. But thing is if we do more cows, I'd like them all to be together just because I want them to be together. So I'm not sure where we would put the geese. And maybe we should have done that before we built the cows where we did, but here's another thought. We could sell the donkeys and take this building down. The only thing they're doing for us right now is producing a little bit of manure, and that's it. And we can't even assign anybody to pick it up. The one thing the donkeys do better than the horse, from what I've heard, is they have more carrying capacity. But honestly, I've had no trouble with Rowdy's, you know, carrying capacity when I've needed to use it. Plus, we've increased it from skills anyways. So what I might end up doing is selling the donkeys and then converting this area into the geese, so they're next to the chickens. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think that's what we'll do. How much can we get for those donkeys? Let's go to management. Donkeys. 200. That's it. Okay, so they're not really worth that much money. Anyway. So that's a tentative plan. Because here, you know, some of you might be bummed about me getting rid of Buster, and honestly, I'm kind of bummed about it too, to be honest with you. But here's the thing. They're not doing anything for us. They're barely doing anything for us. They're making a little bit of manure, and they're eating our food. And if we replace them with geese, then we can start making feathers, which we can then later on start making arrows, which we can use to sell and make money. Plus, the geese will also produce a few eggs, too, to help with the food. So it just makes sense, you know, to do it that way, as much of a bummer as it is. Okay. So, let's see. What am I... Okay, so finish the field. Build a house. Hire 2 more people. Sell the donkeys. Tear this building down. Put up the goose building, whatever the hell that thing's called. And then when I'm done with all of that, I think we'll be ready to roll over into summer. Oh, we've got to do the hunting for the king too. But we have 5 seasons to do that, so we don't have to finish that in the springtime. So it's on the to-do list. All right, ladies and gents, that's going to be it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And if you did, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, share out the video. And we'll catch y'all in the next episode. I'm going to take a bath and go to bed.